Hello, my dear friends. How are you? Hope you're doing fine and well. This is Chartered Accountant Rahul Shukla. Let me give you my brief background. I have been working in global MNCs since last 10 years. I was rank holder with All India Merit List in one of the CA exam. I was in State Merit List of HSC Board and first in the university of FY graduation. However, over a period of 10 years, I have developed my passion of studying the share market. Now, in this video, what is there for you? A very pointed video made for you. So 4 things are there for you. Number 1, is a share market a satta bazar, a speculative business, or what exactly the share market is? How to interpret it? Number 2, how common sense applies in the share market? Number 3, what decides what to buy and when to buy or sell? And number 4, most important, who all can do this? So, to start with, what is share market? So let me clarify at the onset that share market is not a speculative business or it's not a satta bazar, which normally a common man thinks about it. It's a way of systematic study, a scientific method of studying and predicting the movement of the share. How it is possible? It is possible by reading and analyzing the technical charts. Number 2 is the derivative data. And number 3 is the overall trends, news and events flow. So if we combine all 3 together and study it, and then enter and take the position, the probability of loss is very low or the probability of success is very high. Number 2, how common sense applies to the share market? Let me prove it with very simple examples. Now, if you see, let's see in the showroom, and we have seen it from November and onwards, there have been a waiting in the delivery period of 4-wheelers, even the 2-wheelers. Can we attribute the same logic to its market price? That if there is a waiting, it means there is so much demand. If there is a demand, it means people are there to buy the cars. So why not to buy the share? And if you have seen how Tata Motors, Ashok Leyland, Hero MotoCorp, how they have moved from A to point X or Z even in just a period of 1 or 2 months. Similarly, when Maharashtra government announced some relaxation in stamp duty, we have seen that rush in stamp duty registrations and offices. So, it is also linked to the share market. How the share markets which are having the business of property, how they have moved, like Godrej property, how it moved, and the kind of return it has given, which we never get in bank, even after keeping amount in bank for 5 years, which we have got in just a period of 2 or 3 months. Similarly, if the cement prices have increased, wise people have bought the cement shares, because if prices are increasing, the company will benefit. So why not to buy the share of cement companies? Similarly, if the demand for 2-wheelers, 4-wheelers and waiting period is there, why not to buy the tires? And see the JK Tires and Apollo and other companies, how they have increased the prices of shares. Similarly, during the COVID period, people started working from home, even the schools. So, how the software companies, the giant like TCS, Infosys, and even the small companies who are in the software business, how their business has increased and share price has increased. Similarly, if we take the example of the online platforms, now just everyone knows that we place an order on Zomato. People have placed an order on Zomatos, but do you know who owns it? So Naukri.com has an investment of 17% in Zomato. So the moment Zomato grows, the price of Naukri.com increases, and if you see how it has moved. So net, what I mean to say, how the common sense is applied to the share market, and everything, whatever is happening, whatever is not happening, are linked to the share market. Just to give an example, how non-happening is linked to share market. In this budget, which was presented on 1st February, it was people were having a sentiment that some COVID says some tax increase will be there. But government did not announce anything, and that's why, because of that sentiment, and since share market works, has a futuristic approach, it predicts the movement faster. Share and Nifty and Sensex were falling before the budget, but if you see after the budget, the rally came because the sentiment was broken and no tax change was there. So how the non-happening is also linked to share market. So everything, every news events, everything is linked to share market, and common sense plays a good role in share market. Coming back to the second point. Third point. What decides what to buy and what decides when to buy or sell? So, fundamental analysis of the company that decides what to buy. Fundamental analysis involves studying the balance sheet, P&L, then the shareholding pattern, pledging of the shares, the percentage, and the kind of business the company is in, the kind of vendors and suppliers the company has. That all involves the fundamental analysis. What is technical analysis? What decides when to buy or sell? Technical analysis decides what to buy and what to sell. When to buy and when to sell. Now that involves three things: technical charts, derivative data, and the last thing, overall, how the news flows and events are happening in the market. Last, in this video, the fourth point, who all can do it? There is no age group, anyone can do that share market, but provided he has a good understanding of all these three things of fundamental, technical, and overall things, not to go by anyone's opinion, even my opinion as well. And most important, people think, which is a wrong sentiment or wrong feeling which I want to break, that share market is a kind of product of making the money in very less period of time with a very big amount and with very less effort. If that is the case, then share market is not a right choice. So this brings a greediness. The moment the greediness comes, people are afraid to go in the share market. So, in other words, if I put it differently, if we are greedy, we are afraid. So don't be greedy, don't be afraid. Then the share market is the right thing. And let me also clarify, when we say income from share market, why should be a second source of income? Why it can't be a first source of income? If we have knowledge of all these three things together, fundamental, technical, and overall, it can also be a first source of income. And let me also put it, it does not mean that we trade every day, every week. No, that's not the case. Otherwise, the broker will only earn. So, we should also control the emotion, and it should not be an addiction. So, if we think in this pair, certainly share market can become a first source of income. Let me share with you only two interesting things which some people may know and some people may not. Normally people feel that in share market we can buy first. No, we can sell as well first and then we can buy. Other thing, we know insurance since our childhood. The same thing applies in the share market, but it is called in a different way, that is hedging. If we are buying something, assuming that the price will go up, but there is a product in the stock exchange wherein we can hedge it, that is through some other products like derivatives, futures and options, wherein if we are taking some position and that price goes against us, and if we have hedged it, which normally every mutual fund does, then our losses are minimum. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and in the upcoming videos you will see the technical stuff of share market. Thanks for watching.